Julie Ellender here with another episode of Art Journal Gab. How you guys doing? Are you doing good? Are you happy? Because I'm happy. I hope you're happy. So, let's see. A couple of things. It's always a couple of things, isn't it? I've been doing some art journal pages with some everyday items that I use at home, and that's working out rather well. So, first thing that I did, that I tried out before I did my journal was the wax paper, and I really like how that worked. I laid down some gesso, crumpled up the wax paper in a little ball, and laid that on top, and then went over that with some gesso, and it did really, really well. I was really surprised by that, and it holds color really well. It does a good job, and I just really liked it. Another thing, you guys are probably laughing at me, and that's okay. Toilet paper. This is 1-ply, and that's what I used. I don't know if I'm going to be happy with using that on a full background, because I think with the 1-ply it might be one thing, but if you have 2-ply, it might be a little tougher. The problem that I came across was that the toilet paper actually kept sticking to my little sponge brush that I was using, and that might get, I mean, it works, but it might get a little irritating after a while, and you might just throw your book. But, you know, it came out well, I thought. You know, it's not something that I would draw on. I drew something on it, but even then it was a little tough to draw on it, but it might be good for just a background and laying some watercolor or some acrylic on top of that. And what's really cool is that I've asked my friends, some of my friends in the Facebook world that are not art journal folk, that, you know, if they had any ideas to use, any common household items to use for a background, and a lot of people came up with some really cool stuff. And so I've got like a list of things that I can start doing and showing you guys how I do it, and I'm really, really excited about that. Let's see. Oh, something else. I went to Walmart and had a hissy fit in the aisle because I found something, not a hissy fit bad, but a hissy fit good, because I found something that is quite awesome that I didn't expect to come across. Ready for this? Oop, I hit the camera. Do you know what this is? This is cheap therapy. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it could be, but it's bubble wrap. That's a lot of bubble wrap. I got this for $5, and they had a bigger one for 10, but I was like, I don't need that much bubble wrap. And, you know, that's really hard for art journal folk to say, I don't need that much. And you know what I'm talking about. So I'm really excited to use this for backgrounds. And whatever's left over, you know, I'll take my frustration out on it and step on it and whatever. Because it's fun. It's bubble wrap. Who doesn't love bubble wrap? I do. I love it. Okay, so I'm going through my little pen kit here. I bought these about a month ago. These are the Liquitex paint markers, and they come in like neon colors, and the colors are great, but I don't like the nib or the marker tip that they put on this, because I feel like it tears up my paper. Maybe I'm just hard on my paper, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just very porous, and it tears up my paper, so I'm not too fond of that. But I did, however, I picked up some painter's markers. They had them in neon, and I got those at Walmart for like a fraction of the price. And I have to say, in comparison, and I actually compared them side by side, and I like the painter's markers better. I just do. The paint is thicker, it's got a rounded nib, and it's tip, nib, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But I just like these better. And the cool thing is that I just dropped it on the ground. I'm back. The cool thing about these is that Walmart started selling some of these individually, and that was really cool on Walmart's part. I appreciate that very, very much. Another pen you guys have seen me use this past week is the Glaze pen. Now these pens are awesome, and I would cry if anything happened to those. I got those at my local art supply store, and I had trouble finding them at first, but you can usually find them at in the scrapbook section, and they're really, really awesome. And now the white glaze pen goes on clear, so once it dries, it's just a clear gloss pretty much, which is very handy if you have an intricate piece of artwork on paper that you don't really want to use a paintbrush on and you want to glaze it over. That's a great way to use the glaze pen. You guys probably also saw the video where I actually wrote in my journal with the white glaze pen and then went over it with the ink. And if you haven't seen it, go watch it, because it's really cool and it's like magic. So have you ever had those days where you wanted to be creative but you didn't want to really commit yourself to doing anything in your art journal? I had one of those days today. I decided to do some hot glue gun stencils, and I actually posted a video about one that I did, which was really fun. Really liked it. I wanted to do kind of like a paint blob, but with the hot glue gun stencil. This is it. And I did a couple of other things. You know, as many times as I have done glue gun stencil flowers, I've done them perfectly fine until today. I just had the hardest time doing flowers today. I did this one, which looks either like a 4-leaf clover or, you know, a defunct butterfly. I don't know. And then I did this one, which looks like a 2-headed gingerbread man. Yeah, I did one that was really cool. I'm excited to use this one. I did a jellyfish. This is probably the favorite one that I did today. And this one actually took a little bit of time and patience and a little bit of technique. My octopus. This one I started doing with my hot glue gun. I just did the outline with the hot glue gun, and I filled it in with the hot glue gun, but afterwards I noticed there was like a lot of holes in it. I took my heat tool over it and melted some of the glue, and the glue kind of spread out over the holes, and now it's completely flat, so I can use this as a stencil or a stamp. Woohoo, go me. Really excited about that. I have to apologize to you guys about something. Every time I do a video, I don't know why this happens. I know it's something to do with YouTube. It's not me. I do a video on my tripod and it's perfectly still. And I've gone online and tried to fix this problem, and I don't know why it keeps doing it. My videos end up really shaky and jumpy, and I've, you know, tried to fix it on YouTube, and it's apparently it's just a YouTube issue. So I'm gonna have to contact them again and be like, please fix my videos, because I'm all like, ooh, in some of my videos, and my artwork seems to jump. Like it's like I'm making my artwork jump in the videos, and that's really annoying to me. So if, you know, if it's giving you guys a headache, I'm sorry about that. Not my fault, not my fault. Oh, one more thing before I go. The person that sent me this, thank you so very much. This is Punchinella. I've been looking all over town for this, and even at the fabric store, they were like, I don't know what you're talking about. This is Punchinella. I love this stuff. This is a great stencil. My mom used to actually use this back in the 80s to make hair bows for little girls, and it was awesome, beautiful stuff. And I've loved it ever since I was a little girl because of that. But thank you. You know who you are. Thank you so much for sending me this, because I needed it. I really did. So anyway, well, that's all I've got for you guys tonight, and I guess I should probably get to art journaling. And see you guys soon. Now for the fun part, my art journaling. So this is my first time using gelatos, and it came with a set of 3 colors and 3 other little tubes that I really don't know what they do. And the set also came with this cool little stencil, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. So the set also came with a little bitty tube of gesso, so I thought I'd go ahead and use that. And I put some wax paper down and went over that with the gold gelato. And right now I'm doing some watercolor at the top. And I had an idea for a little project and on that part, but it didn't work out the way that I wanted it to. But no problem, just keep on going. And now I'm gonna paint my 3 little sisters, all with different hair, but all the same facial features. Just very simple drawings. And once this is done, I'm going to cut all 3 of the little heads out and use those. This particular art journal entry is based off of these awesome little paper dolls that my grandmother used to have. They were very fashion forward little paper dolls that I absolutely loved. So this is my tribute to those little dolls. And I'm just putting those heads down with some Mod Podge and the little dresses I cut out of cardstock that I had. And I'm going to put that down with Mod Podge also. And I'm just painting on some arms and some legs. And I'm actually going to use my Pitt pen for the shoes. But my Pitt pen started acting up and not going over the gelato very well. So I had to go back and use a paint marker over that. And these are my 3 little sisters. I really love them. I think they came out great, don't you? Okay, well, if you guys like what I do, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.